Hello and welcome to the public input meeting for the Lidgerwood Sidewalk Bike Path Shared Use Path project from 3rd Avenue Northwest east to Wiley Avenue North. That'll be located along the south side of North Dakota State Highway 11 and 18 in the town of Lidgerwood, North Dakota. On this next slide is a picture of the proposed route for the proposed sidewalk shared use path project in the town of Lidgerwood. The town of Lidgerwood applied for and received grant funds from the North Dakota DOT for a North Dakota Streets project. And this project would go from 3rd Avenue Northwest east along the south side of State Highway 11 and 18 all the way to Wiley Avenue North, as is depicted by the red line shown on the attached map. For today's agenda, we would like to talk about 6 items. The first item would be the construction history out in the area, the proposed project, traffic control for the proposed project, funding for the project, the proposed schedule for the project, and comments that would be input from the public due to this presentation. First, we would like to talk about construction history. As you know, there are no sidewalks in this area currently, so there is really no construction history for this project. The proposed project is to provide a safe route for people to walk or bike on from 3rd Avenue Northeast east all the way to Wiley Avenue to where they can get on the sidewalks along Wiley Avenue. The proposed project consists of different features. The proposed feature is to construct a sidewalk shared use path from 3rd Avenue Northwest east to Wiley Avenue. Since there is no sidewalk there currently, this would provide a safe route for pedestrians and bikers to get from the northwest side of Lidgerwood to the east side to Wiley Avenue and the business district where there are currently sidewalks there. The surfacing on the proposed sidewalks would be concrete surfacing. The configuration of the sidewalks could consist of a sidewalk bikeway width, and it can range anywhere from 5 feet to 10 feet. The proposed sidewalk will be 5 feet to 7 feet wide from Wiley Avenue west 1 block to 1st Avenue Northwest, and then from there west, from 1st Avenue Northwest to 3rd Avenue Northwest, it would be 10 feet wide, and it would be concrete. There would also be concrete that would go across the driveways that are consistent of gravel presently. So there would also be a curb installed on the property line side of the sidewalk from 1st Avenue Northwest east to the alleyway. That is to help protect the fence and also to help protect the evergreen trees that currently exist there, and to help take care of some of the elevation difference that currently exists with the dirt that is built up behind the existing curb right now. Drainage will be looked at throughout the whole area so that this sidewalk or shared use path would not block drainage. So culverts will be installed under the shared use path or bike sidewalk where they are needed. And if not, we will look at different ways to get the drainage from the south side of the path to the north side of the path, so where it drains to Highway 11 and then through to the north towards the railroad tracks. The proposed project will all be constructed within the existing road right-of-way. We will try and avoid any trees or anything that are out there, fire hydrants, culverts, fences, and we will work through those areas and help to construct this proposed new path. The next set of slides all consist of pictures of the area out there. We will start at the west end or the northwest end of this project at 3rd Avenue Northwest and work our way east to Wiley Avenue. The first picture on the upper right hand corner of this slide is looking towards 3rd Avenue Northwest from the ditch. You can see the fire hydrant and the existing stop sign in place on 3rd Avenue Northwest. The next picture on the lower left hand side is looking from that same location east towards 2nd Avenue Northwest and also towards the Forester driveway. You can see the right-of-way through here is quite large and enough room to install a sidewalk and a bikeway or sidewalk shared use path through this area. This next slide shows the existing right-of-way on the south side of State Highway 11 from the Forester driveway looking east and also the Forester driveway looking to the west. As you can see, there's quite a bit of right-of-way in there and room to put a shared use path and bikeway. And where the path would cross the Forester driveway, which is currently gravel, that would be concrete across there where the path would go. This slide is showing pictures of 2nd Avenue Northwest area. The first slide in the upper right-hand corner is looking from 2nd Avenue Northwest to the west, and the slide in the lower left-hand corner is looking from 2nd Avenue Northwest to the east. As you can see, the existing ditch along there and existing right-of-way and the culverts through the approaches and different things. This slide is looking in the 1st Avenue Northwest area. The first slide on the left-hand side is looking from 1st Avenue Northwest west towards 2nd Avenue Northwest and also towards the driveway in the middle there. And you can see the new trees planted on the south side of there. The shared use path or bikeway would go in between the trees and the highway. Where we cross the driveway, that would again be concrete across that driveway. The picture on the upper right-hand side is looking from that same location, looking to the east towards 1st Avenue Northwest. This next slide is in the Wiley Avenue area. The first picture on the lower left-hand corner of the slide is depicting the area from 1st Avenue Northwest looking east towards Wiley Avenue. You can see the evergreen trees on the right-hand side there. There's also a light pole, and then there's a fence before you get to the alleyway. This is the area where we would install a curb on the back side or the property line side of the sidewalk to help take up some of that elevation difference and also to protect the evergreen tree and the fence, which is on private property. All of this sidewalk and the curb would all be built on existing right-of-way. The next picture in the upper right-hand corner is looking from the alley east towards Wiley Avenue. This would be the Cenex station area where the approach is and all the concrete is in there. As you can see, we will replace the concrete where needed in there to provide the sidewalk that will meet ADA requirements in this area. In this next slide, we will talk about construction traffic control during the project. This is an important aspect of every project. As everyone knows, construction can create messes and can also create inconveniences. Access during construction will be somewhat interrupted on some of the driveways and some of the streets and different things, and also at the Cenex station store. The contractors that are doing these projects usually do a very good job of working with the property owners to make sure that they have access in and out of their property at all times. There may be times when access may be restricted, or the contractor may ask you, if you want a vehicle out, you should get it out now because we're going to pour concrete. So there will be some closures of driveways or partial driveways during construction. The contractor on this project may be working in several areas all at the same time, so they can get different areas ready to pour concrete. So when the concrete shows up, they can move to different areas and get those done in a quick and very timely manner. There will be no detour set up for this project, as we will not block any city streets as part of this project. As I said before, there will be disruptions to traffic, especially at the Cenex station store on their approach on the north side there, where the new sidewalk will go across that area and where we're replacing concrete. There will also be some traffic control put up during construction as we're putting in ADA ramps around corners on the city streets and different things like that that may disturb some of the traffic, but these streets will not be closed. One of the most important and most talked about aspects of a project is the project cost and the project funding. Where is the money coming from to fund this project? As I said earlier in the presentation, the City of Lidgerwood did apply for and receive North Dakota Streets grant funding for this project. The original preliminary estimate for this project was $361,000. The anticipated federal share of project funding for this project is 80.93%, which equates to approximately $292,157.30. The anticipated state share of funding for this project is anticipated at 19.07%, which equates to approximately $68,842.70. The local share of funding for this project will be $0. There will be no local share for this project for all participating items that are within the right-of-way. All work is considered to be completed within the existing right-of-way, so we do not anticipate any local share dollars having to be spent on this project. The project schedule for this project involves several different items. The first is the environmental document, which needs to be completed, which includes wetland delineations and archaeological or cultural resources surveys. This pre-design process has been completed, and the document will be completed for this project by July of 2022. The design of this project, which produces the construction plans and specifications, will be completed by the early fall of 2022 for a November bid opening for the North Dakota DOT. The construction for this project is anticipated to take place sometime from May to October of 2023. Last but not least for the project, we want to talk about the comment period, where we would like the comments and input from the public on this project. Your input is encouraged, so if you have comments, please either supply them by, the easiest method would be email to damon.devillers@interstateeng.com, which is located on this slide, you'll see. Please put in the subject line shared use path / sidewalk project. That way I know when I get an email with comments that is for this project. Your comments can also be mailed to Interstate Engineering at 1999 4th Street North in Wahpeton, North Dakota. Attention to Damon DeVillers. The deadline for submitting comments is July 26th of 2022. So again, all your comments and input that we receive will be considered and help us to define the project, and we will help to incorporate these comments and input into the design of this project. So please, if you have comments, please submit them. Thank you again for all your time and opportunity, and please, again, if you have comments, please submit them. Thank you.